So today we start chapter 3, coordinate geometry. We have already finished chapter 1 and 2. And I hope you have gone through these sums and you are ready for chapter 3 right now. So this is a very easy chapter. So coordinate geometry, basically there are few definitions to be understood and some terms to be understood. So I will just briefly go through the definitions and the basic terms that you are supposed to know. The first thing that we have to understand is that this coordinate system was given by a French mathematician by the name of René Descartes. The French mathematician name is René Descartes, right? So he was a French mathematician and he got the idea of making this coordinate system when he saw a spider's web. Now, you know, a spider's web has got vertical lines and horizontal lines. So he got, while lying on his bed, he got this idea that we could create something like this. And therefore, the coordinate system was born. And under his name, René Descartes, it is also referred to as the Cartesian system. Okay, the coordinate system is also referred to as the Cartesian system because the person who gave the system here was René Descartes, right? So Cartesian system is the same as the coordinate system. We need to understand this. Now, in the coordinate system or the Cartesian system, the most important thing that we have to understand is that when we are drawing graphs, okay, so when we are drawing a graph, then there are horizontal lines here and vertical lines here. So this is the horizontal line and this is the vertical line. The horizontal line and vertical line we have got. So here we are going to divide it into 4 parts. The plane gets divided into 4 parts, right? So this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. So the horizontal line is the x-axis and vertical line is the y-axis. And the point of intersection of the x and y-axis is referred to as the origin. The point of intersection is referred to as the origin. The x-axis and y-axis is meeting at a point, that is origin. And the coordinates of this is 0, 0. Okay. So you are already aware that when we are moving right, then what happens is we are going to number this positive numbers. So this is 0. This is my origin. The coordinates of this is 0, 0. As I move to the right, we have positive numbers 1 to infinity. This is a line. And on the left side, we have negative numbers. Same way as we move up, you are having positive numbers. And as we move down, we are having negative numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, and so on. And we are getting these 4 parts. These 4 parts are called the quadrants. The quadrants are the 4 parts. So this is quadrant number 1. This is quadrant number 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Now, when we talk about the origin, the point of intersection is 0, 0. The quadrant 1 has got both x and y coordinate positive. So here we are having positive, positive. The x coordinate is always written first. Okay, the x is always written first and y coordinate is always written second. The x coordinate is also referred to as the abscissa, right? And the y coordinate is referred to as the ordinate. So this can come as 1-mark questions. What is abscissa? What is ordinate? So suppose you are having a point, let's say 8, -4. So 8, -4 will lie here. The first number is always x, second number is always y. So 8, -4 means x is 8, y is -4. This is going to lie in the 4th quadrant. This is going to lie in the 4th quadrant. The abscissa is 8 and the ordinate is -4. So 8, -4. If you look at the first quadrant here, let's say this point is going to be 6, 4. This is going to be 6, 4. This point is going to be 4, 6. So please remember there is a difference between 6,4 and 4,6. So x comma y is not the same as y comma x. Okay, 6,4 is not the same as 4,6. They are separate points. 6,4 is here, 4,6 is here. Because when I'm saying 6,4, it means x is 6 and y is 4. When I'm saying 4,6, it means x is 4 and y is 6. So it's totally different. This is called ordered pair. When I am writing x comma y, x is always first, y is second. This is called the ordered pair. And the x coordinate is referred to as abscissa and the y coordinate is referred to as the ordinate. So 6 is my abscissa and 4 is my ordinate. So we have to be very clear about this. This is the first quadrant. Both numbers will be positive. If you look at the second quadrant, x is negative, but y is positive. So here we are having negative and positive combination. For example, if I take this, this is going to be minus 2 and 2. Not 2 and minus 2, minus 2. X is minus 2 because this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. So minus 2 comma 2 will be here. So minus and positive combination. In the third quadrant, both are negative. Here we are having, let's say, minus 1, minus 1. So this is minus 1, minus 1. So x is also negative, y is also negative. So minus 1 comma minus 1 will be part of third quadrant. So x negative, y is also negative, will lie here. Here we are having x positive, y negative. X is positive, y is negative. So x positive, y negative is going to come in the fourth quadrant. So if I have a point here, so this is going to be 2 comma minus 3. X is positive, y is negative. So this base is important because you'll get a lot of MCQs on abscissa, ordinate, origin, ordered pair, quadrants. Okay, so these are important terminologies that we have to understand. Now coming back to the chapter, that is the coordinate system or the Cartesian system. If you notice, the first exercise is based on a situation. Now let's read the situation to understand the question. So here the question says, how will you describe the position of a table lamp on your study table to another person? How will you describe the position of a table lamp on your study table to another person, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to make a table lamp . So question number 1, we are assuming that there is a table lamp. So we are assuming that this is our table lamp, right? This is our table lamp. And now you are keeping your table lamp somewhere and we have to explain this position to another person, right? So we will assume the length of the table as x-axis and the breadth of the table as y-axis. Length is x, breadth is y, and the point of intersection is going to be our origin 0, 0. Okay, so we are going to number this. We are showing the quadrant first here. We are going to number this 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now, if I want to tell the position of the table lamp to another person, so this is going to be 6, 3, because when I'm drawing a vertical line, it's intersecting at 6. And here when I'm drawing a horizontal line, it's intersecting at 3 on the y-axis. So position of the table lamp will be 6, 3. So it depends on where you are putting the table lamp. You can put it anywhere. Depending on that, your answer is going to change. So you need to just draw a rectangle where the length is represented by the x-axis. The breadth of this is represented by the y-axis. You will number this. You will put the table lamp somewhere and then you will be able to find out the coordinates. The position of the table lamp is therefore 6, 3. So that's how you do the first one. Second question is about crossroads. Now, when you are talking about crossroads, it means there are roads which are running parallel to each other, equidistant to each other, right? So here we are to draw this crossroads. Again, question number 2. I'm going to draw crossroads. So let's say we are having roads like these, which are running parallel to each other, right? We are having roads running parallel to each other in both directions. So these are called crossroads. Why? Because they are crossing each other. So I'm going to draw this like this. So just like we described the position of the table lamp, same procedure I can do for the crossroads. So let me just draw this grid. So suppose we have this grid now complete. So question number 2, I'm going to start numbering them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Here also I'm going to number it. I'm taking only positive values because I'm showing only the first quadrant here. Now look at the question here. The crossroads are 2, 5. This is our first number, 2, 5. Then you are having 4, 3 and 3, 4. This I'm going to represent now. So 2, 5. The first crossroad I'm going to show 2, 5 is our first point. So 2, 5 will be, this is 2 and this is 5. So I'm going to show this 2, 5 here. So this is my first point A. Then here you are having the second one, that is 4, 3 and then 3, 4. 4, 3. 4, 3 is here. X is 4, Y is 3. X is 4, Y 3. And then 3, 4. This is my third point. So these are unique points. So this point is 2, 5. Second point they have given is 4, 3. And this is 3, 4. So we can easily mark this on a grid and show this. So we have these crossroads done and we have represented on the grid. Then we have the second exercise where there are some questions which has to be answered on the basis of the details given, right? So second exercise. Yeah. Write the answer to each of the following questions. What is the name of the horizontal and vertical line? So the name of the horizontal line is x-axis. Okay, this is the horizontal line. This is the x-axis. And what is the vertical line? The vertical line is y-axis. So the answer one, what is the name of the horizontal and vertical lines? Horizontal line is x-axis, vertical line is y-axis. What is the name of each part of the plane formed by the two lines? So when I introduced the chapter, I said that x-axis and y-axis is dividing the plane into 4 parts, and each part is called a quadrant. Each part is called a quadrant. This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Each part is a quadrant. Then we go on to question number 2. They have already given a figure. On the basis of that figure, we have to answer the questions. So here the figure is given to us. This is the figure given already. And the question says, first part, question says, write the coordinates of B and C. Write the coordinates of B and C. So what is the coordinate of B here? Look at B. B is minus 5, 4. So coordinate of B is minus 5, 2. Minus 5, 2. Coordinates of B, X is minus 5. And if you look here, 2. Coordinate of C, next part, coordinate of C. X is 5, Y is minus 5. So this is going to be 5, minus 5. 5 and minus 5, right? So this is answer number 1 and 2. Then we have the next part of the question, that is Third part, the point identified by -3, -5. Look at the figure where -3, -5 exists. So -3, -5. Where does -3, -5 exist? -3, -5. That is point E. Point E, -3, -5. This is our E coordinate. Points identified by -3, -5 is point E. So that is my answer number 3. Points identified, fourth part, 2, -4. Now look at 2 and -4. That is point G. Point G, 2, -4 is point G. So I have 2, -4 here. 2 is X, -4 here. So that is here. 2, -4 is point G. Abscissa of the point D. Abscissa. Abscissa, it refers to the X coordinate. So when I'm talking about this point D, what is the X value? X value is 6. So abscissa of the point D, that means the X coordinate is 6. Ordinate of H, when I'm talking about ordinate, I'm talking about the Y coordinate. I'm talking about the Y coordinate. The ordinate meaning is Y coordinate. So H is here. So X value here is -5, Y is -3. So answer here is going to be ordinate of H. Ordinate of H is -3. What are the coordinates of L? This is L. L is on the y-axis. So there is no value of X. X is 0 and the value of Y is 5. So L value is going to be 0, 5. What is the coordinate of M? M, if you look, is on the x-axis. The value of X here is -3, and if it is on the x-axis, there is no value of Y. So coordinate here is -3, 0. So whenever you have a point on the x-axis, remember, there will be an X value, but there will be no Y value. So X, 0. And whenever there is a point on the Y-axis, remember, there will be no X, but there will be a value of Y. So that is why here, when you are having L, there is no value of X, but Y value is 5, so 0, 5. And here, M, when you are seeing X is -3, but there is no value of Y, so 0. So if it is on the axis, then you will have one of the coordinates as 0. So please be very careful about doing questions on the x-axis, because one of the coordinates is going to be 0. So depending on whether it lies on the x-axis or y-axis. So that's all that you have to do in the third chapter, that is coordinate system or the Cartesian system.